Welcome back to Should You Use a Pokemon for Your Scarlet and Violet team. I apologize for not uploading last week, but we're back this week. And what better way to come back than with Kilowattrel? I actually used Kilowattrel in my first playthrough on Violet on complete accident. I actually thought Wattrel was based on a puffin, my favorite kind of bird, but I shortly found out that it wasn't. Regardless, I gave it a chance and I had a lot of fun using it. As usual as well, let me know in the comments below what Pokemon you guys want to see covered next. Whatever comment has the highest amount of upvotes will be considered the winner. How good is Kilowattrel to use though? Let's find out. Starting off, you can find Wattrel in a lot of places in Paldea, but I personally found mine towards Levincia at the East Province. What's cool about Wattrel is it evolves at a relatively low level, being level 25. Once it evolves, Kilowattrel immediately gets access to the move Electro Ball. Electro Ball does more damage depending on how much faster the user is in comparison to the target. With Kilowattrel having a base speed stat of 125, this is a pretty hard hitter. However, if you're looking for consistent power, it can learn Discharge at level 48, or you can find the Thunderbolt TM at Port Marinara. And yes, it's Port Marinara. Sorry, that's just the way it is. For Flying Stab, its best options are Hurricane and Air Slash. Hurricane can be learned at level 55, and Air Slash can be found as a TM east of Los Platos on a tiny little island in the middle of a small lake. Hurricane can also be learned as a TM though, north of Alfornada on a cliffside. With these decent stab options, paired with Kilowattrel's base 125 speed and 105 special attack, you're looking at a pretty solid Pokemon. What bugs me the most though about Kilowattrel is the lack of coverage it has. But there are also other electric types that have this same issue, and they perform alright. What gives a Pokemon like Zapdos the edge is access to Heat Wave, giving it coverage against the steel types. From a competitive point though, Kilowattrel definitely has a very solid niche, being in the UU tier. Regardless of the lack of coverage though, 105 special attack is nothing to sneeze at, and no matter what you're trying to pull off, this is a Pokemon that won't disappoint you. It has everything going for it. Great stats, solid stab options, and great game availability. The only other electric Pokemon I would consider better than it, from an in-game perspective, is Pawmot. And that's because it has more coverage, and the fighting type definitely gives it more options to use. It also just makes it more useful in the battles it performs in, because like usual, the fighting type has a pretty good track record when it comes to important battles across the entirety of the series. I'll save my Pawmot analysis for another time though, as we're still analyzing Kilowattrel. But that's pretty much all I can say about Kilowattrel though. It's a great Pokemon, and you can definitely use it. I just think that Pawmot is the better option. Another option that does have a lot of coverage is Electros, but I just think with that base 50 speed, it doesn't cut it when it comes to outspeeding the majority of threats. With Pawmot though, I would still rank Kilowattrel as the second best electric type to use in both the games. Even with the lack of coverage, it's still a hard hitter and can give your team a real offensive boost if that's what you're looking for. Coverage also isn't everything. If you're looking for a strong electric type, Kilowattrel can provide that. So I say yeah, use it. But if you're looking for a fighting and electric type package, then obviously go with Pawmot. Well, that wraps up my analysis on Kilowattrel. I know this one was a little shorter than usual, but when everything speaks for itself and it's still in the top 2 of electric types to use, there's not much else to say. What Pokemon do you guys want to see me cover next though? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and whatever comment has the highest amount of upvotes will be the one that I cover next.